everybody. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 is back and has begun. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. And if you're watching me live, hello, hello, hello. Let us know that you are in the program. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel at Bill Hobart, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos and please leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, because when you do that, YouTube will use their algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet to people who need a little bit more coaching for the soul. So, yeah, didn't do a show last week because it was Thanksgiving. I was under the weather too, so that was good, bad, whatever. Got a lot of things to talk about. Cough still is here. I will say that I'm going to do some little promotional things. That I am. The theme this year is hey Pratik, is holiday magic, and I have gift certificates, and they are for 30 minutes and for 60 minutes. Hello, Kathy. And I actually have certificates this year, which are pretty cool. I made it myself. They're pretty awesome. I will send them to whoever buys a gift certificate for a loved one or for themselves. Hello, Erica. Hello, Kathy. And the cool thing is, again, this year I'm doing if you buy a gift certificate for anybody, you get a 15-minute reading for free. So that's a pretty good deal. And so that's already begun. So let people know. Hello, Marcia. And for yourself, for friends, whatever, they're good all of 2023, which we're going to need them. So it's kind of a cool way to introduce a psychic or somebody spiritual or whatever into somebody's life if they need it. Also, I'm doing, again, holiday element packages, membership packages, okay? And if you buy an element package for someone as a gift, you get a 50-minute reading for free. Hey, Jennifer. For the air and the water package, you get a half an hour free reading if you buy somebody a fire package, and you get a 45-minute free reading if you buy a earth package for someone. Hi, Jill. And prices are going to go up. So I'm telling you, buy gift certificates, buy gift cards, buy element packages, because they're going to go up in price in probably February. So I'm being guided to raise the price of things. So we're going to do that. And hey, Pat, how's it going? So that's a little business right there. So gift certificates, great deal. Hello, Kelly. Element packages, good deal. Thank you for my burgundy. I appreciate that. And I'm doing readings every day. Business is really good. Tell your friends about me, right? Tell them about the videos. Tell them about me. Post things, repost things that I post. Get my name out there, help me out. And when we're done with this little video here, in an hour, and I post it on my YouTube channel, please do me the favor of going to the YouTube channel at Bill Hobart and liking the video. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Hey, Jason, what's going on, brother? If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, Bill Hobart, subscribe, like the videos, and leave a little comment, even if it's just hi, Bill. Because when you do that, guys, you help me build the channel around the globe. Because what YouTube's algorithms will do, it will send Coaching for the Soul to people who need a little bit more coaching for the soul. Hi, Christine. Aloha to you too. So you guys help me build that, all right? And I appreciate that. Hi, Haley. Yeah, so Marcia loves bragging about me. And honey, I love bragging about you too. That's how wonderful you are. So yeah. So I think we're going to start because there's a lot to talk about. First off is the quantum healing thing. I've talked about it before. Sorry, my nose is stuffed up when I talk. It's going away. So as we move forward into new energy, right? As we move into new predicaments, let's say, right? And our health, I've told you guys this. We're going to change the way that we eat. We're going to change the way that we drink. We're going to change our body size. We're going to eat something we've eaten before, but I don't like that anymore. Drink something, I don't like that anymore. It's not going to work with our stomachs, okay? And that's going to help us to lose weight. It's going to, hi Molly, how's it going? How are you? It's all transformational, right? And I got this message this week, big time, even today, been like intense as hell, that as we go through things, and I'll just use myself as the example, right? All my digestional issues of 2022, I know why they happened. To stop me from eating what I wasn't supposed to eat anymore, to help me get better energy, get higher energy, stay in a high vibration. I have a limited amount of food that I eat, and I believe it's what I'm supposed to do. Coughs and things like that, or colds. I haven't had a cold like this, a virus like this, in probably 3 years. Well, I was wearing a mask every day, so my body's not used to it. Transformational, right? Reminding me that I'm still human. We're still living in third dimension this much, okay? As we go forward, as we overcome illnesses, okay? As we overcome even illness in our minds, even in our bodies, even in our circumstances, as we overcome them, because you will, may not feel like it at the time. You may feel stressed. You may think, WTF? You may be like, I don't get it. Why is this thing happening to me? You're supposed to go through that, and it's very, very hard to be in the moment of that, because we're trained, right? Either power through or collapse. I've always powered through. It's not been any big deal. Well, guess what? You can't power through some things. You just have to feel them. And when you come out of that, right? It doesn't matter what it is. If it's something psychological, if it is something in your etheric body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, right? You're going through transformation. And when you come out of that, that's why I always tell everybody, you want to make sure that you ask why. You always want to make sure that, well, what was that about? Even if it's talk to me. Like, Bill, I just went through this thing. I don't know what it was. Well, how do you feel? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. It's usually because you're clearing energy out of your body that no longer serves you as you ascend. The higher you go in ascension, and everybody's doing that, I'll talk about that in a minute. Everybody's going through this amazing freaking ascension process for people I never thought would ever ascend. And we're all going through it. To higher dimensional energy. What is that? It's the way we think. It's the way we eat. It's the way we breathe. It's the way we live. Do we know what it looks like? No. Do we feel it every day? Sometimes. Not every day. Right? Can't. Our bodies are not ready for that type of ascension. Right? It takes time. It takes time for transformation, Spirit always says. It takes time to understand who you're becoming as you go up those lines of ascension, right? We still live in a 3D world. We came from a 3D world. So we're comfortable in the 3D world. That doesn't mean that up here, right? And here, we're not living in fourth dimension and fifth dimension already. But our circumstances in our lives, that's where the conflict comes in. That's where the push and pull comes in. I really want to be up there. I really want to be up there. Well, that's okay. I was guilty of that. 2018, 2019, 2020. How come I'm not? How come I'm not? Now I understand why. The transformation of your body, of your thinking, of your mind, of your brain is so massive that you can't give it to you like that, because your soul, your human body, were brought up in 3D. You cannot, it doesn't happen. It just can't happen. We love transformation like that, but it doesn't happen like that, right? So what we have to do is stay conscious. Again, I've talked about this before, right? That we have to, when we're in our spot of WTF, that we try to connect. You may not be able to connect to your guides. I know I didn't for a little bit. Because I don't want to connect with you, because you have to sit in that. You have to sit in that. It's not suffering. It is about just being quiet, just being in a spot. Again, this thing kind of knocked me on the ground a little bit. Wasn't expecting it. Was fighting it for weeks. But then all of a sudden, boom, now I understand why. Because I needed to go through this process of release, of surrender. Okay? Release and surrender are two of the most important things we can do during our process. You got to surrender. Because guess what? They know the story. They got the rules. They got the outline. We do not. Soul knows. Soul ain't going to tell you. I had a person today that I talked to who said, Bill, why would anyone's soul go through what my son is going through? He chose to be an addict this lifetime. He chose a full-fledged addict's life from the time he was a teenager with mental illness. And his dad is trying to do everything he possibly can to help him. And he's come to the conclusion that I can't do that. I'm not supposed to. Okay? That's his soul journey. Right? As his dad's ascending. As his family's ascending. But he is not, because he's in 3D. He's one of those people that will perish, like I've spoken about before, from spirit, that will not ascend. But his father's sitting in that and going, okay, Bill, I get it. I get it, I get it. It doesn't make it any easier. Of course, that's not going to make it any easier. But we have to go through these trials and tribulations. Like Spirit always says, it took, for me, the 12,000-year-old Capricorn, right? It took you 12,000 years to be you. How in the hell do you think you're going to get rid of it in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? Bill, you're never going to stop ascending. You're never going to stop going through things. You're never going to stop releasing energy that you have stored in your body for thousands of years, which is true. Ding, the light went off, right? Like, holy God, you're right. Yeah. As Spirit tells people daily that, you're 57 years old, you didn't get to be this person at 55, let's say, yesterday. It took you 55 years to be this messed up. It took you 55 years to go, what the hell am I doing with my life? Or 40 years, or 30 years, or 25 years, right? So as we go through this healing process, through this transformation, we have to really get it. Why is this happening to me? Duh. Why? I don't get it. Why are you doing this to me? The answer comes after you've gone through it. It is to teach something to yourself or somebody around you. It never has to do with this one person. It does not. It does not. It's always going to affect somebody in your tribe, in your circle. Always, not as intensely as you, right? Hi, Laura. Welcome again. But they're going to be affected by that energy. They're going to be affected by the trauma, right? I was talking to Spirit today, all day long. It was very, very interesting conversations, which we never have. But today was the day of conversation. Hey, Shelley. And he was talking about regenerative quantum healing. Regenerative quantum healing. And it is gaining steam. And what that is using quantum energy, right? Which we're all filled with, especially now, as we're leapfrogging to 2023 and beyond. And Spirit talked about this before, that all the major and some minor diseases will be cured by 2030. Through the COVID vaccine, they can manipulate the genes in our bodies, things like that. Regenerative is becoming a hugely intense practice with doctors. Not replacing a knee, but trying to regenerate the knee. By taking our blood, spinning it, taking out the red blood cells, putting them back inside, let's say, our knee. And, hey, Cheryl. Hey, Suze. And having transformation. Now, why haven't they done that before? Why didn't it work if they did? It wasn't time. Now, all of a sudden, we're in 2022, after COVID, headed towards 2023. Hi, Dorothy. How are you, my dear? Right? We're on this path to transformation. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, it works. Just like there is a timeline for us with our guides from the universe, the world, our country. Hi, Janice. Always, and it has a timeline also. Okay? It can't transform overnight. If it transformed overnight, let's say a medical practice, no one would believe it. Because we're so used to having study after study after study after study after study before we believe it. Well, that's all changing. Hi, Heidi. It's all changing. Okay? Everything having to do with medical care is shifting to a higher dimension, right? It is our bodies are reacting differently to things. And it is so important that we understand, even for myself. Last Wednesday, I realized I can't take antibiotics anymore. Not at all. Taking antibiotics for my entire life. Well, guess what? The gut doesn't like the antibiotics. Hey, Michelle. So no antibiotics for Bill. Well, been doing it for 62 years. Why now? Getting you ready for the future. Getting you ready. My body's shifting. My body's changing. Right? And all of you will go through the exact same thing. So when you do get something going on with your digestive system, or the food that you eat, or acid reflux, or something having to do with energy, because we store our energy in our gut, guys. That's where it is. That's where our food's at. And if it's not good food, guess what? It's not going to allow you to keep your energy, your vibration as high as it needs to be if you're not feeding yourself the proper food. Right? So that in turn changes medical practice. Because now, if they do regenerative, right? Putting our red blood cells back in my knee, and it helps to regenerate tissues and things like that, which comes from spirit, comes from the universe, comes from the divine. Think about what will happen to us in the future when they talk about diseases will be mostly cured by 2030, because everything is going to come online. Everything is going to be like discovery after discovery after discovery. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Yes. And that's what's going to be absolutely amazing, is that it's going to be discovery after discovery after discovery with lots of proof that it works. And we're going to be in a mindset, most of us, of a divinely guided sense to knowing if that's going to be okay with us or not. And the doctors will be in tune with us through spirit, through connection, right? Most of them are divinely guided anyway. Ego gets in there a lot too. But again, researchers get information from where? Trial and error. Well, where do the ideas come from? So as they are flooded, or the DNA is being activated in their bodies, the knowledge that's already been downloaded, discovery after discovery after discovery after discovery, as we, as a human race, continue to move forward at a rapid pace in 2023. Okay? I will tell you that winter solstice is December 21st. Well, I would say in the next week, we are going to start feeling the energy, little by little by little. And it's not the energy of, oh my God, WTF. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, blah, 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 right? It is all about, this feels pretty freaking cool. I'm in a really, really good headspace. I'm really excited. I'm really clear thinking. Spirit is freaking, my God, it's like I'm talking to, God. Hey, Ryan. I can actually hear them, actually see them. All kinds of different things are going to happen from now through the 21st of the month. Hey, Jody. And then beyond until the month of March. All right. I will put this little planetary thing in there that by March, every retrograde planet is moving forward the outer planets. We're talking Uranus, we're talking Pluto, we're talking Neptune, we're talking all the ones that deal with our moods are all going to be moving forward. And Jupiter's the biggest one. November 24th, it went forward after 6 months of being retrograde. And it is the abundance planet. It is the expansion planet. Everything that you wanted in the last 6 friggin' months, guess what is going to happen in the next 6 months, if not sooner. Okay? You don't have to go back and reaffirm the agenda, Spirit says. Don't have to. They already got it. You got it. Okay? But when it comes to you, will you accept it? Will you accept it? That's the key. Chimes, right? Will you actually go, oh my gosh, that's for me. That's for me too. So is that. Or will you not be paying attention? Because of something that ego has you thinking about that you're not supposed to be thinking about because it doesn't matter. Right? So it's very, very, very interesting how everything is coming together. Just like last year, December 21st last year was massive. For everybody, if I remember right. For me, it was like, just changed my whole freaking life. Then 2022 with all my health things and things like that, getting me ready for 2023. Okay, and the great beyond, Spirit says. What does that entail? I don't know. But I'm ready, right? My body's getting ready. My brain is activated. My brain is getting ready, I think, for transformation, for relocation, for whatever it might be. So as we go through our stuff of being sick, things going on in our bodies that that doesn't work right? There's a reason for that. Okay? Our blood is changing, like Spirit has talked about before. Okay? They don't understand how humans can live on thinner blood. Well, it's part of the transformation process. Researchers are trying to find out why are some people's blood thinner than others. Well, because they're going through the process of ascension. Lighter weight beings. Not as heavy, not as dense. Our blood is changing because they're changing it. It's in our DNA to shift. It's interesting because, I know, right? Spirit just put this little thing in there. He says, isn't it interesting how our blood is coded? Our humanness is coded. And we think it's God. Or we think it's them. He says, it's not. It's all divine intervention. You came that way. With the knowing, your soul, knowing that at this point in time, yes, that you are going to reach the highest peaks of your life and go, where the hell did that come from? It's all coded. So isn't that interesting that if that's the case, which I believe, because that's what Spirit just said, they can code diseases to not exist anymore. They can code all kinds of things because it comes from them. Some people think it's the Palladians. Some people think it's Arcturians. Some people think it's just aliens in general, an alien life form in general. Possible. But we came from some place too. We grew out of the water, but how do you get in the water? See? So it's all that mystery thing that is all going to come true. It's all going to be realized and understood as we go forward in the next year and a half, 2 years. I mean, just think how much we as a collective have changed since 2020. I've changed 360 degrees. COVID was good for me, being off and being in lockdown and things like that. It helped me develop. It helped me not have to worry about things. It helped me to ascend. I learned how to be at home. I learned how to just be. Great thing. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Yeah. See? So if you look back just 2 years and going into 3 years, right? How have you shifted? How have you changed? How have you, I just know from people that I talk to that have element packages, right? Membership packages, of how they've shifted in 2 years. How they've shifted in a year, right? And how they've changed, how their thought process is different, their faith, their belief that they have your back, because they do. Learning how to not let things bother them, learning that shit doesn't matter. Hi, Nancy. You know, I mean, if you just look back and see, wow, that's what's so great about element packages and readings and stuff like that. You can kind of keep track of what's going on and how much you've grown, especially with element packages. Element membership packages are wonderful for people who want to grow, for people who want to have a set time, a set space when they can reach out to me, have conversations, throw stuff my way, send me questions, all that kind of stuff, right? It's kind of like the when Spirit talks about that they distract you with things, right, to get you to ascend. Yeah. Hi, Terry. That and they do that. You know, the Hansel and Gretel effect, right? That they distract us as we ascend. They distract us as we grow into these new human beings. And then we hit a plateau. And all of a sudden, ego kicks in and goes, "Oh shoot, I'm not comfortable here. What's going on?" And you look back for the bread that Hansel and Gretel put on the ground to get back from Grandma's house, and the squirrels have eaten the bread. Not the fact that you're stuck. You go backwards if you want to, but your soul and your heart are like, "Oh no, this is discovery." Ego's like, "Oh, we need to go back because this is a crazy town." "Oh no, I'm not staying here. There's no way." But this and this overcomes. Faith. Knowing that you're in the right place at the right time. Knowing that you are where you're supposed to be. Is it kind of weird? Yeah. The awesome thing is the higher you get into ascension and higher vibrational energy, right? And your body starts to shift and you go, "This is kind of weird. What's going on?" Ego will take over and like, "Oh my God, I'm going to die." No, it's not at all. You're just transforming. And that leads me to my next thing. About 2 weeks ago, on a Sunday night, everybody was asleep. I crawled into bed and I went to lay my head down to go to sleep. And I made this thing, like proclamation. That wasn't even me. I'm thinking, and I said this, something like this. If I die tonight, I will have lived the life I'm supposed to live, right? If I don't wake up in the morning, I have absolutely no regrets. I've had an amazing life. I have ascended and done things that I never thought I would do. I'm the person I never thought I would become. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that process. If this is how it's supposed to happen, so be it. Okay, I'm good with that. And I went, "The hell did that come from?" And I went to sleep. So the next morning, of course, ego grabbed that, right? Over the next 7 hours or so, and twisted it into, "Oh my God, you're going to die. Oh my God, you're going to die, Bill. Oh my God, you're going to die. Your mom died at 59. Your brother died at 61. Your other brother's just turned 67 and he's in bad health. Your sister's 61. She's in bad health. Oh my God." No. So a few days went by of dealing with that, right? That conversation. Hey, Teresa Parker. And all of a sudden, they gave me confirmation, right? In a post by Lori Lipton on Facebook about the same thing. Because they're very much in sync with each other. And I posted exactly what I had said. And it was not death in the sense of the human body dying. It is a death of who you used to be. All the work that we do every day on ourselves that we think isn't enough, it's enough. They will increase it if it's not enough. Trust me. We think we are in control. We think we are in charge. We want to do more or we want to do less. Because it's scary. I want to do less, but I'm ready and anxious to go forward. Hey, Paula, I'm ready for that next journey. I'm ready for that jump. I'm ready for that da-da-da. They're like, "Hang on, Pally. You have no idea what the future holds." It's our happiness, our love, our innate, I call it journeyism, because we've journeyed our entire lifetimes, right? Wherever we came from in the world, we journeyed to America. We've journeyed here, we've journeyed there, we've journeyed here, we've journeyed there. Hi, Ashley, right? Our lives as we've moved around, things like that. So our journeyism is here. And it goes, "Oh, cool, let's go there. This is freaking awesome." And we aren't in fear. we're happy, we're excited, until ego kicks in and goes, wait a minute, I don't know about that. I don't know what that light is. Hang on. See? So we always want to do more until fear from ego kicks in. Or when they stop us, because they're going to, right? Going to say, okay, no further. And you feel like a pushback, like, how come it's not working out? I don't get it. First off, you want it too much. That's the key. Wanting it is negative energy. It's going to push everything that you want further away. It's about accepting. It's about just letting it happen, right? It isn't a survival thing. It is just, okay, I'm not in control. They're in control. They know the story plan. They know the outline. They know everything. I want it to happen yesterday, but it's not going to, because it's not on my time. It's on their time. There is no time in spirit, right? So once you succumb to that and go, okay, I'm beating my head against the wall for no freaking reason. My heart's all wrapped up in stuff that it doesn't need to be wrapped up in. My ego's all wrapped up in stuff I'm not supposed to be wrapped up in. Yeah. See? So when you just go, it's not worth the aggravation, and you let things happen, and you take care of your body, you take care of your spiritual self, your etheric self, right? Your spiritual, emotional bodies, right? How do you do that? You just be. Just be. Think of, why is this happening to me? Because there's a reason when you're going through it. Will they give you the reason? Probably not. Because they need the process to go through. They need the process that has started to finish. We don't control that. We never want to be in a place of, why am I feeling bad? Why is this happening to me? I don't get it, right? You're not supposed to get it till after, okay? Even if you get sick, there's a reason why you get sick. I gotta go put the dog underneath the blanket, guys, because he's freaking out right now. Hang on. Here, babe. Come on. Come on. Here. Come on. Here. Come on. Get in bed. Come on. Get in bed. Come on. Sorry, guys. He turned 18 years old last week, so he gets a pass, right? Hi, Janice. Hey, Deborah. Right? He's wandering around. He's blind and stuff, like trying to get underneath his blanket. He can't see his blanket. Can't feel his blanket because it's around his bed. He's like looking over me because he knows I'm talking. Daddy, can you get me, Dad? Yeah. So it's my job, right? So as we go through the process, as we go through all the things that they know that we don't, and you come out the other end, and you have a conclusion of, that is amazing. It happened like this. It happened for a reason. It happened like this. It happened like this. And your ego will try to get you to go, well, why did it happen like that? Should have happened like that. Why would they do that to me? Victim, 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 third dimension. Third dimensional energy is victimhood, okay? Third dimensional energy is, why me? Oh, why you? Because you chose it before you came to Earth this lifetime. And you chose to be part of the transformation. That's the amazing part. And I preach that every freaking day, right? It may feel like, what the hell? Might feel like, what did I do? Why did I do this? Oh my God, how come I'm not getting what I need in this lifetime? Well, you are. But ego and indoctrination has told you that you're not enough. Okay? Ego and indoctrination has told you that you have to look this way. You have to act this way. You have to be this way. Why? Because we're used to being inside the herd, H-E-R-D. Because, again, humans are used to living in groups. Why do they live in groups? Because it's safer. Just like cattle. Just like water buffaloes. Just like any herd wildebeest, spirit says. Exactly. Right? So we are in the third dimension, but not in fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh dimension. Right? We become this spiritual collective that rises and falls with each other, but there isn't any evil. There isn't any negativity. There isn't any of that, right? Is there challenges? Yes, but it's not negative. Is challenges? This is amazing. Right? I'm channeling. This is crazy. Cool, crazy. There are challenges that will come up in our lives to challenge us as we move forward. There's going to be challenges that are not negative challenges, because guess what happens? Your negative ego becomes your positive ego. It flips. Okay? When we get in that higher dimensional energy that you've allowed to have happen to yourself, they can make it difficult if you want them to. They can put it on pause for a minute. But who wants that? If you are not fearful, you've overcome your fear, you've overcome your animosity, you've overcome somebody doesn't like you or whatever it might be, right? You come past that, because that's third dimensional stuff. That's really trivial and doesn't really matter. You look forward to that advancement. You look forward to that understanding. And then when you're there and something comes your way, it's not meant to knock you off your perch. It's meant to have you activate something inside yourself for more knowing, Spirit says. DNA that's already been downloaded into your body, that as those things come to you, you know why. And you go, and I've said this before, how do I know that? And how do I know that? And how do I know that? Because the DNA has been activated in your body without you knowing it. That's where Steve Noble guided meditations are so good, because you're outside your body. They're doing all the cleansing and outside, inside, stuff like that. And you're activating, boom, 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 boom. And weeks later you go, I don't know, who's the mumbling in my ear? Why am I starting to see little sparkles in front of my eyes? Does my ex-boyfriend who died keep calling his name in my head? He won't stop. He never did that before. Well, guess what? You've hit that spot of ascension where, again, activation complete, Spirit says. Yes, activation complete, right? Is it complete for your whole intention? Not at all. That's just level 99. Level 200, level 500, whatever. So as we go through and we get closer to 2023, right? And we start to get into that energy of this is fabulous. Now, there is a Mercury retrograde in there on the 29th of December. Now, I don't want to forget about that in Capricorn, okay? So us Capricorns are going to be a little WTF, okay? Those of us that are that have ascended and can kind of figure it out what it is, will be less in tuned to invest in it, Spirit says, because we're going to have solstice energy, which is lifting us up to the stratosphere, going to lift us up to amazing heights, right? Yeah. But others have some type of Capricorn in their birth chart, and that's where you have to really look at and see which house it is in. Okay, particularly we'd have to do your birth chart. Okay, so if you want to do that, we can. It's free. So yeah, just send me the where you're born, the time you were born, and yeah, I think that's all I need. I need 3 things. I don't know what the other thing is. Your name, where you were born, time you were born. Yes. So yeah. So that kind of tells you, again, knowledge is power. And the more that you know about what goes on up there, that means something down here. And I got this message yesterday, is the reason that astrology is so important to mankind for so many thousands of years, it grounds us to the earth. I was on quantum healing yesterday when I had that epiphany. Yes. Laying on the table, Brenda's working on me for like an hour or so after a conversation of about 45 minutes about stuff, because we're only born 5 days apart. She's like the end of December, I'm the 4th of January. So we have this amazing connection to spirit that just flows. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. I'm on the table and I'm just chilling in my zone, meditating, and spirit says, so yeah, you know why astrology is so important to you, Bill? Really now? Yeah. That's what mankind has been invested in for so long, is because it grounds us to the earth, right? It gives us a reason. Why did that happen? Why did that happen to me? Because we've always needed reasons on why something happens to us. Good or bad, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. But usually our ego grabs hold of the bad stuff, not the good stuff. The good stuff we love, we inhale, we gorge ourselves on. And then we go, what happened to it? It's gone. Well, it can't be here forever. Still have to do a little growing. You have a little traumatic experience here and there, a little negative energy, whatever, to keep you on your toes. See? So this coming 4, 5, 6 months are going to be just prolific, going to be just amazing, going to be transformational, Spirit says. Even for those who don't believe 100% that they're going in that direction, okay? You will never lose all of your yuck. You will never lose all of your baggage. You will never lose all of your psychological baggage, your emotional baggage, your etheric baggage. Your baggage that's built into your DNA. You will never lose all of it. But guess what? It gets easier and easier and easier as you go through your transformation. As you go through allowing your energy to go to a higher vibration. Then when things hit you, it doesn't hurt you as bad. It doesn't knock you off your perch as bad. Also depends on what's going on up there, right? That's why birth charts are so good, because you can look and go, okay, I get it. That's why retrogrades are so good. Retrogrades are good for making us go, I understand now, chimes. I can't be that person. Retrogrades are made to destroy. Retrogrades are made to put us back on our heels and go, okay, what is that about? Why is that like that? I don't understand why that doesn't work anymore. I don't understand why this is no good for me anymore. Because you have ascended to different energy. Yes, 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 yes. See? And so it's important. It's important because it all works together as knowledge for us, which our souls understand. Our spirit totally understands it, right? Human may not understand it yet because not supposed to yet, right? Yesterday, again, another epiphany yesterday was that I am always been enamored with the moon since I was a child. Sit on my front porch where I grew up in the summertime. My favorite time of year is dusk with that beautiful blue. Oh my God, it's my favorite time of year. And the moon being right there. And my mother would be looking for me, let's say 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night in the summertime. She'd say, oh, there you are. I was always sitting on the front porch looking at the moon. See, I'm still enamored with it. I have yet to find out why. I believe that I've come from someplace past the moon, but the moon has a fascination for me in my heart and my soul, and it's been like that since I was a child. See? So we all have those things that interest us when we were kids. Why? Because our DNA says, look at that big orb in the sky. You know, I took a picture this past week, I think, of the sliver moon in the western sky at sunset. Ah, my God. Talk about a divine picture. I think I'm going to have it printed and put in the frame because it is truly a magnificent picture that I took with my phone. Erica, yes, I do. To a point. It kind of all works together. If you'd like information, you can let me know. Because Erica just asked, do I offer birth chart readings and interpretation? The answer is yes. It's kind of how it works. It's kind of like tarot cards, but it's not because it's individual for you. You know, yeah. So, okay, so that's that part. Okay, so the next one he wants to talk about is, yeah, I know. You got two things. Okay, which one you want to do first, or which one you want to do last? Understanding yourself more is what this is all about. Learning that who you're becoming is who you're supposed to be, Spirit says. Leaving that other person behind, and understanding that where you're going is where you're supposed to go, and it's leading to your destiny. It's leading to your destiny. It's leading to what your soul journey, your soul contract that you signed, that has to be fulfilled, right? He says there is no danger in the future. If there is, it is very, very little. We've lived in a dangerous place in our minds, in our egos, your entire existence, which is true. Can you imagine a world without fear? I can't. Can't at all. But it makes me feel fabulous that it's there. I can be in my space like I am now after a quantum healing session of being in fifth dimensional energy and being peaceful and being fabulous and being connected and being guided and being just in the zone of absolute happiness. Happiness. Knowing that I'm allowing, knowing that that I have taken most of the things that I've carried and have distributed them and pushed them to the side, worked through them, right? Wondering about the health problems, worrying about all kinds of things. Again, once my autobiography comes out, most people are gonna be like, how in the hell are you still alive? Truth on that, you know, and that will be next 2 years or so, right? But knowing that as we trust, as we understand that our destiny is there, it's there. And all we have to do is allow it to happen. Even with our crazy lives, even with our holidays, even with our everything that goes on in our lives, which is confusing and hard to understand, because we feel we're being tortured. We feel that we're being put upon. We don't know why we're not getting what we want as soon as we want it. Well, because we have to learn how to allow. We have to learn that we don't control it, right? Our destiny is our destiny, and when we get to that point, this is something that I really want to make a point about. When you get to the point where you are in trust, in allowing, in flow, right? In this place of goodness, you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it to Spirit and to yourself out loud. You have to. You have to make it a big deal, Spirit says, because you attained one more place in your timeline. In your timeline. And accepting where you're at. Going, okay, I need you to help me with this. Spirit needs you to help me, right? And they're like, we know. Don't worry. You're getting there. You're getting there. But why? Why? Because you're getting there. In fact, they're telling you, relax, let it go. It doesn't matter. All the fear, all the anxiety, all the what am I going to do? What am I going to do? All the things that work us, hi Nancy, that work on our conscious and work in our minds that absolutely mean nothing. Mean nothing. Mean nothing. I need to go buy new clothes, or I need to go buy this, or I need to change the way that I look. Do I get braces? Do I change my hair color? Do I change? All those things absolutely do not make you. It makes you feel better out here, but not here. Not here. Maybe here for a minute. Chance. You know, losing weight. Changing your clothes, changing jobs, changing whatever, right? Those are big things. But I'll feel so much better if I lose 25 pounds. Well, okay. Why are you going to feel better? It's about ego. I'll be able to attract a wife. They'll give me more attention. They'll look at me more. I don't like the way I look. Okay. How about health-wise instead? How about we do it for health? We change what you eat. You change how you eat it or when you eat it. You change how many times you go to the gym. See, all that works with, I'm going to feel and look better. Spiritual is the same way. It's all tied in together. It is all the same thing. It's the way we think, right? I need it instantly. Not going to happen. You're not going to lose weight instantly. You can put more clothes on it if you want to, right? You can change the hair color. You can get a face job. You can get a pull-up, whatever you want to call it, right? It's not going to change how you feel inside, right? So now when people look at you and think you're handsome or beautiful, that little voice inside is saying, why are you looking at me like that? I could never get a man like that. I could never get a female like that. There's no white, there must be something wrong with me. I'm like, yeah, ego. Yes, yes. So Erica says, how are we able to tell we've altered? Everybody has altered timelines. Everybody does. Understanding that as we're in third, fourth dimensional energy at the moment, our part of our souls, part of our etheric body is living in fifth dimension already. That's what deja vu is all about. When you have deja vu of having a conversation with somebody or having something happen, guess what? You've already lived it in another dimension. And people have asked me, well, Bill, does that mean that we're further down in 3D? Sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes things that we're living through right now in third dimensional energy, I believe there's 3 of us, right? 3 seems like the magical number for me, for what they tell me. But this is less. Third dimension is less because we're ascending so quickly. It's more about being in another dimension ahead of us. Hey, Blake, to see if it works out or not. Yes, but we all have altered timelines. Okay, and that's because, and hang on. He says, Erica, it will happen less and less as we get into fifth dimensional energy. But right now, the contrast between third, fourth, and fifth, we have to have altered timelines or you would never move forward. So it's kind of like a practice in 5D or in 4D, right? As you move through third dimension into fourth and fifth, depending on where you're at in your ascension. Yeah. See? Aside from the obvious, it's events like moving, pushing us back. They're pushing us back to, first off, it could be because we are not ready for it. The timeline's not there. Or we haven't finished all our work yet at that timeline. Right? And I will say to this, okay, I can speak to that, is that when the aliens came to my house 3 different times in 2018 and wanted me to help them with technology, okay, because I was the brightest light on the wormhole. They came through the plant that is now right there where it's always been in front of the door to the balcony. And the 3 times that they were here, they both said the same thing. We need his help with technology and blah, 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 blah. And Spirit's like, nope, not your guy. He's got to be the guy because his light is so bright, he has to be the guy. He's the guy. And Spirit's like, he can barely use his phone. Trust me, he's not the guy yet. Hey, Kimberly. I know Kimberly, right? That tells you how intense the house has been all day. The chimes are crazy today. I wasn't ready. They saw my light. My light was ready. The human was not. I was no way ready. Am I ready now? I think if they came back again, I'd be like, hey, man, what's going on? Let's have a conversation. I can probably channel for you and tell you what you should do, blah, 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 blah. But back in 2018, no way. Again, altered timelines. Who Spirit thought I was because of my light being so bright and so prosperous and so amazing. But the human hadn't caught up yet. Oh, I was not even half the person I am today, 4 years ago. See? So that's what that is that they're always going to present you with things for myself like that. Number one, to make me believe in aliens, that they're already here, right? But also, which I didn't understand then, and I've understood in the last 4 years, that I I wasn't ready for that because I was all mad. Spirit, why are you talking for me? Let me talk. Spirit's like, no, you don't have no idea what you're talking about. We'll just channel this. You sit down in the chair. Okay. So when I started to listen intently to what they were telling me, right? Because he kept saying, we have to do this right, Bill. It's not a conversation. What are you going to say to him? Like, I don't know. Well, we know what to say. Oh, okay. Again, living, okay, fine. You know what? Surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. See? So as those things happen, as things come to you, as you don't get what you want as quickly as you want it, as your body starts to shift, as you start to go WTF, right? Why does my head feel fuzzy and tingly and crazy? Why is my heart all full and there's nobody around me but me? And why da-da-da? Because again, they're feeding you, you're feeding them. You're feeding them, they're feeding you. Energy, 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 energy. So as you go through your ascension process, right? As you go through the knowledge that is activated within your soul, in your body, that's in your DNA, that you have epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, and you go, how do I know that? Or you get confirmation from something on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Because I'm telling you, baby, they give me it every single day. And what's amazing is that as you ascend, the things that you used to attach yourself to, let's say, I've done this for the past week, let's say, that there's been things that I've watched, people that I've watched and things like that. Like, Spirit, that doesn't resonate anymore. And I'll delete it, right? It never comes back. Because I told them it doesn't resonate anymore. Again, you got to take me higher, baby. Let's go. I am an active participant in riding. I'm not driving the bus. You are. So I'm a passenger. So that doesn't work for me anymore. It doesn't resonate at all. I'm like, oh my God, why would they say that? That doesn't even hit my heart anymore. Well, that's because you've grown. That's because you have allowed yourself to transform. Because the pretty dangly stuff that they put in your face so that you'll pay attention to the dangly stuff, the shiny, sparkly stuff, instead of worrying about, oh my God, where am I going? Oh my God, what's happening to me? Oh my God. But it still happens. It still happens. So Erica says again, this is why we sometimes have series of unfortunate things. Exactly. They have to make you sit with yourself. They have to make you go, Remember that song, Things That Make You Go, back in the 90s? From, I don't know who it was, CNC Music Factory, right? When they found out they were actually lip syncing, and they tried to use their real voices, and then they kind of disappeared. Because their voices weren't that good. But it is things that make you go, like, what is that? Going to have unfortunate things happen to make you stop. Be it physical, be it emotional, be it your life in general, right? It has to. Because you take stock, Spirit says. Because you sit down and you're on your heels. You sit down and you go, wow. Either WTF, why is it happening to me? And then you go through it and you come out and you're a level higher in ascension. Energy's fabulous. You're all cleared out from what you thought was hell. And then you go, holy, this is amazing. Or you make a death proclamation before you go to sleep, which says you've left your old self behind. The death card in tarot is one of the best cards ever in tarot. The death card is fabulous. It means the death of who you used to be is slowly dwindling. It's going away. It no longer serves you. Just like something on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. And what do? They step it up. They step up the feed. They step up what Steve Noble got in meditation. They step up Abraham Hicks. They step up. They go, okay, cool, he gets it. She gets it, awesome. Let's raise that vibration higher. Yeah. Hey, Pamela. And that's the key to 2023. That's kind of cool. That's the key to 2023. Hey, that's a little rhythm, isn't it? Yeah, a little rhyme. That's what it is. It is getting us ready for 2023 and beyond. Because 2023, everybody, 2022 went really quick. it is the 1st of December. What's that about? Quantum leap energy. Talked about that for the past year. 2023 is going to be magnificent. The election is over. Things are coming down the pike that will balance the energy in the country. Everything is bingo. It's going to be fantastic. It is our responsibility and our ability, Spirit says, to go along with the ride. Let them drive. Let them drive. Be the passenger. And ask questions. Hey, Michelle Pavino. Ask questions as you go, right? Spirit has said, let us be the tour guide. There may be some dark areas in there that we take you through, like a cave or two, but that's okay. Yes, Shelley, just transformation and rebirth, right? The death card is fabulous. The tower card in tarot is fantastic because everything is falling apart. It's supposed to. Why? So that you can have rebirth. You can have transformation. You can absolutely come out like a starry-eyed child and go, I know. Spirit has shown me this. That's how fabulous Spirit is, right? He just showed me Dorothy opening up the door after, hi Sherry, after the house landed on the witch and they did color TV. She opens up the door and everything's color. That's transformation. When you wake up from that thing, when you open up that door, when you all of a sudden wake up in the morning and go, what the hell is going on? Today's energy is fabulous. I feel fantastic. I'm in so much love. I'm giving so much love. I'm clear to Spirit. I'm absolutely guided 100%. Ego's asleep. And just revel in that and announce it, saying, man, this is fantastic. And then you say too, I can't believe I've become this person. I'm so thankful that I've become this person. Yes, Nancy, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Exactly. Because as we go forward, all of us as a collective, everybody, different places, different times, everything shifts. And think of the last year. Think of how much has shifted in the last 12 months. A lot. Last 2 years. A lot. Again, we all know COVID was here for a reason. To reset the energy on the planet. To get us out of our routine by putting us in lockdown. Okay? It was supposed to be something for one country. It wasn't. It was across the planet. And still is today. Right? It's changed everything going forward. Dictators are falling. It's going to take time for all of them to fall, right? Spirit talked about that in 2022. Yeah. See? So it is super, super fun. It's exhausting. It's happy. It's love. It's wow. It's WTF. It's all those things. It's all those emotions that you're going to go through as you continue to shed what no longer serves you. And that's where you got to look at it. Friends, family, Facebook posts, whatever. YouTube, videos, Instagram, friends, family, loved ones, pets, whatever. Yeah. Nothing happens by chance, Spirit always says. Nothing. Everything is pre-planned. From the day you're born to the day you're going to die, and every chapter in between, down to the millisecond. Doesn't mean that we can mess it up. Of course, we have free will. But you use less and less of that free will for bad, it's for good. Oh no, I'm a spectator. I'm riding the bus. Spirit is driving. It's not me. I'm just along for the ride and the transformation. That's the key. That's the key. Okay? So, hour went fast. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to do something special at the end of the year, the end of this month. Okay? I'm not sure how it's going to work yet, but we may have a little year-end wrap-up kind of thing. It's going to be like, I think it's maybe on Zoom, maybe $10. And be like 10 people, 12 people, however, 15 people, I'm not sure. But we'll just do a little wrap-up of 2022. And then if we have time, some questions, which I'll always make time for questions. They always make time. And what 2023 is going to be for some people and for us as a collective, as a tribe. Okay? Hey, Christine. and understanding that you're part of that tribe. Understanding, everybody, that people who watch this live, people who watch this in the future, right? Whenever they watch it and what dimension they watch it, right? Is it's at the right time. It's at the right time, okay? Everything is planned. Everything is planned. Remind yourself of that. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. Have to, okay? Because again, that will calm your ego down and give you love and understanding. But why now? Because it's supposed to. Now's the time, okay? Getting us ready for 2023 is going to be, I'm telling you guys, Spirit keeps showing me, I'm a toboggan down your favorite toboggan hill at a really cool rate of speed, and it's fun, and it's exciting, and it's lovely, okay? So if you would, I'm gonna post this in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you would, all for me, please, out of love, run over to YouTube at Bill Hobart, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about the channel, all those kinds of things. What does this say? Jill says, I was supposed to swallow a radioactive pill that ruined my life. I don't understand what that means, Jill. So it didn't ruin your life, my dear. I'll tell you that much. You may think it's ruined your life, but it hasn't ruined your life. Okay? Spirit's telling me it's transformation. But I can't go any further because I got to go. So, yeah. So readings all weekend, tomorrow and Saturday. Gift certificates are available. Buy them for friends and family because it's a pretty cool thing. You get a 15-minute reading with that. Element packages, guys. 12, pay for 12 months, get 13th free. And you get a 15, half an hour, or 45 or 60-minute reading with every package. Haven't set it up yet, but if you want information, let me know. 248-310-7689. It's good for Christmas, good for Hanukkah, good for birthdays, good for love, good for everything, right? I mean, who doesn't need a little bit more coaching for the soul in their life, right? I mean, you're here. We got to be doing something right together, right? So let's do it again next Thursday. What do you think?